babies. It's that time again. Oh, yeah. We're having a little technical malfunction today. My apparatus to put my phone in is jammed. So it's inoperable at the moment. So we are on our way to work as usual. But what's different is I'm running out of gas. So I'm going to have to make a stop. Because this is a economy car, I still have a gallon left in the tank. And I can go 35 miles with that. So I'll be getting off shortly. But I wanted to check in with you first, see how you're doing. Boy, I got blasted yesterday. And I don't mean what you think I mean. Come on, mister, move. What are you doing? Going so slow. Blasted in the sense that someone called me to chastise me. And it's the reason I'm laughing is because it's so ridiculous what we do to ourselves because of how we misinterpret things, especially like in texting. So I don't want to get into all the details of it, but just as a point of a moral lesson here, just being reminded of being more aware of how our communication gets garbled, and not so much because of what we're doing, but because of what the hearer is doing. So it's good to be aware of what's going on so we can adjust what we're doing and maybe help that person understand. Because wow, it just was highly unpleasant. So I just ended the conversation because it was not really a two-way conversation. It really was a one-way, and I can't participate in that. No. So I'm thankful that we have the Lord to lean on and for us to rest in Him and allow Him to come forth even in these difficult relationship challenges. Because who's better to heal than Jesus? No one. No one. You might get some ideas from Buddhism or Hinduism or Taoism or Sikhism or Sufism. Those are the main ones I find inspiration from. But none of them offer a personal experience with the living God through the healing power of Jesus and His Spirit. Oh yeah. And so I know some of my atheist friends out there are like, you don't have any proof of that. Well, I've been living 48 years believing it and testing the principles of it, and it's the most trustworthy thing I know in the world. So evidence to you, but if you were in my skin and you went through my experiences and you saw how I was able to find strength when I had no strength, and find creativity when I was probably clinically depressed over and over and over again, then you would understand why I call it evidence, honey. Oh yeah. Just like that, baby. Now, I'm behind somebody going very slow. That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, is like paying attention to others. So when your communication isn't quite working, it might be someone else is slowing you down. So you might want to pay attention to that and see if there's something you can do to help them get up to speed. Oh yeah, baby. Just like that. That's what we do, because that's who we are. Oh yeah, babies. La 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 la. Yep, I'm hitting this just right. And I keep liking to turn these lessons from physical experience, and I'm thinking about energy reserves right now. And that's what the Holy Spirit is for us. Because we could go through some really challenging things, but if we rest in God, like I'm saying, and we let Him come forth, then we'll find that He is that energy reserve. And He will guide us to avoid playing fire with fire and wasting our energy in fruitless activity, and preserve ourselves for His purposes. Oh yeah, babe. We don't need to get entangled in nonsense. You know, that's I said that about Jesus recently, where He was challenging the Pharisees, and they're wondering where Jesus's powers were coming from. And he said, well, let me ask you a question. Where's John the Baptist's power come from? And they were unable to answer it, because if they answered it from God, then He would say, well, why wouldn't you believe Him? And if they say His power comes from Himself, then the people would turn on Him, because John the Baptist was highly regarded. And so Jesus says, well, you're not telling me that I'm not telling you. Hello. Just like that. He didn't engage at their level of futility. And that's how we need to protect ourselves, babies. There's nothing futile about this walk with God. Nothing. It might look bleak with all the nonsense and the bombings of innocent people, the tragedies that we see day in and day out. But our inner peace, our inner resources can remain strong as long as we're submitted to the lovely one. Oh yeah, babies. Just like that.